We are living in the 21st century, or we should say, the so-called data age. Our personal information and identity is on every corner of the internet. But when it comes to kids, it should be different. When you purchase any smart toy for your kids, your intention is to make your kids learn and explore. And you expect that these mini toys, phones and tablets will be safe on the internet. But unfortunately, not everyone sitting on the other side of the internet has the same intentions. And that's when these little toys and your kids become the target of data breach and massive hacks. The same happened with this famous toy brand, VTech or Video Technology Limited, a 46-year-old Hong Kong-based company famous for building electronic learning toys for kids. But this famous company was stealing the personal information of kids and their parents. Not only this, the way they were storing this information has made hackers get access and do what they do best: hacking. This is one of the most famous online hacking that not only gave access to hackers for hundreds of thousands of parents' data, but also the data about their kids, their pictures, videos, text messages, age, name, address, and whatnot. In this story today, we will talk about this famous hacking of VTech. We will see how this hacking took place and how and why VTech was held responsible for this. We will also see who this hacker was and his intentions behind the hacking. And finally, we will see the after effects of this hacking for VTech. So if you're interested in knowing about the hacking of this famous toy brand, then stick around. In 2013, VTech introduced a new toy, Innotab 3S, which was an alternate for the iPad, built for child's development needs with features like educational apps and safe web browsing. This tablet had an app called Kid Connect that allowed kids to communicate through the tablet with their friends and parents. There was a registration form for the parents to fill before using this app, which asked for some personal information of parents like name, address, email, and their kids' information like name, date of birth, and gender. This looked like any normal website registration. The tablet and app both were a hit, but it excited another group of people as well: hackers. Hackers were looking for some space on the internet to download and play video games. This is a common practice for hackers to find an alternate place when they could not afford high-end gaming machines. One hacker turned Innotab to run Linux apps and installed vintage games like Doom and River Raid. Slowly, the hackers started talking about Innotab hacking on online communities. Within these people, there was another smart hacker who took the hacking to the next level, Slipstream, who came across an online community thread while surfing on the web. In one of the threads, he got to know that VTech used one web service to manage all their products. He then went to get the tablet by himself, where he found that the Kid Connect app communicated with the Planet VTech website. He then went to the website where he saw a login page. This login page used Adobe Flash. Now, those who don't know, Adobe Flash has already been proved vulnerable to SQL injections since 2008 and discontinued fully in 2020. So Slipstream used this very old school technique of SQL injections to get access. And in no time he was there, having the root access on the servers of this $2 billion company. And now he could do whatever he wanted. After getting access, when Slipstream looked into VTech servers, he found a lot of information. And that's when he realized what he had hacked and how serious this could be. And more than that, how easily accessible this whole information was. I hope by now you might have guessed what Slipstream found on VTech servers. Yes, the private information from Kid Connect app's login form, which was now not private at all. The personal information of hundreds and thousands of kids and their parents was so easily available to anyone with basic knowledge of hacking. Their names, date of birth, address, email, passwords, pics, recordings, chats, and a lot of other personal information. He could sell this data and earn millions of dollars. But his intention was not to earn money from this. He did the hacking out of curiosity. But even out of curiosity and not bad intentions, he realized that now he committed a federal crime. So now he had three options. First, to sell this data, make money, and disappear. Second, tell VTech about the security breach. And third, go to the media and tell them the story. So he reached out to Lorenzo, a journalist who was writing for Vice Tech Division Motherboard. Slipstream contacted Lorenzo via an encrypted text message from an unknown number and asked him to break the story. He told Lorenzo about this hacking and what he found so easily. He also shared few data records with him. Slipstream also told Lorenzo that his intention is not to publish or sell this information, and he hacked the system only when he found many others were trying to do so. After Motherboard received the data from Slipstream, they wanted to verify this news. as any such story can impact the company's reputation. So Lorenzo contacted Troy Hunt, who is an expert for issues like this. Troy Hunt is the founder of Have I Been Pawned, a website that allows users to enter their email address or phone number to see if their personal information has been compromised. Lorenzo sent Troy the VTech data he got from an unknown hacker. When Troy saw this data, he was astonished to see this whole thing. Troy found the data of 4.8 million people, their emails with their corresponding unencrypted passwords. Though the passwords were not stored as it is, but using MD5 hashing. MD5 is a cryptographic algorithm and anyone with little experience can crack it easily. What's more surprising was that the security questions and answers were also available, so anyone could go and change the password. And if a person is using the same email and same security questions, then it means getting access to their banking accounts and a lot of other accounts. As per Troy, this VTech hack was the 4th largest consumer data breach to date. Now, before doing anything further, they needed to make sure that this data was real. So using his own website that is a repository of data breaches, Troy matched 18 emails from the list. Now he contacted those people via email and asked them to verify the information he got from the VTech data. Luckily, 6 people responded within a day, confirming their data. Now on November 24, 2015, Motherboard contacted VTech and told them that an unauthorized party accessed VTech customer data. And you know what's shocking is that the VTech was totally unaware that someone accessed their server, databases and customers' data. That's how bad it was. After getting this information on November 27th, VTech did a press release and acknowledged that the customer information had been compromised. They emphasized that the credit card information and personal identification numbers had not been part of the breach, but they did not mention that how many accounts were compromised. So the next day, Motherboard released their article about the data breach and revealed what happened behind the scene. And now the news was all over and people were angry. One parent asked why the company needed to store this information in the first place. Another parent was also shocked that her data was breached on a child-friendly website. Then VTech revealed that 6 million people had been compromised. The Washington Post reported made the breach one of the largest targeting children ever. Security experts were also surprised at how data worth millions of dollars could go unused. Troy Hunt also told CNBC, "I won't trust him," referring to the unknown hacker. But now it was time to face the consequences. Now VTech had to pay the price for their compromised security practices and ignorance. First, to fix the security issues, VTech shut down all of their App Store platforms for all of their toys for 2 months. But what came after the fix was more surprising. They updated their terms of service where they said that you have acknowledged and agreed that any information you send or receive during your use of this site may not be secure and may be intercepted or later acquired by unauthorized parties. Now Troy Hunt intervened and he wrote in his blog post that people don't even read these kind of things and advised the company to at least put that on the box and allow consumers to consciously take their chances rather than implicitly opting into the zero accountability clause. At this point, the government also started to intervene, saying that companies cannot do stuff like this about their security. It came out that the information VTech was storing violated the COPPA, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Rule. VTech not only failed to encrypt the data properly for their customers, but they also never asked parents about the data collection for their kids. VTech paid $650,000 as part of the settlement with the FTC for breaching data of 6.4 million customers and their kids. VTech also pledged their commitment to COPPA and increased security. They also promised to go through regular independent data and privacy audits for the next 20 years. There has been no data breach reported for VTech since then, and VTech is becoming bigger. Now coming to the most important person in the story, the unknown hacker. In December 2015, a 21-year-old hacker was arrested in Berkshire, England. His electronics were seized and he was arrested for computer hacking offenses. At this time, his identity was not revealed and he was given a formal adult caution for the first time offense and he was out of jail. But his story does not end here. 2 years after this hacking, in 2017, this hacker gained access into Microsoft servers and hacked over 43,000 confidential files and then uploaded a piece of malware onto the network. He was then arrested a week later, but was bailed out immediately. After a few months in 2018, he hacked into the Nintendo's internal network and stole the source code of the game. In 2019, then 24-year-old's identity was revealed as Zemis Clark. He pleaded guilty for hacking Microsoft and Nintendo, but during his trial, defense argued that because of his being autistic and having face blindness, he would be highly helpless to violence in jail. He was sentenced to 15 months imprisonment, which was suspended for 18 months, meaning that he won't have to spend time in jail if he does not commit another crime during this period. So after hacking 3 companies from 2015 to 2018 at the age of 24, he was out of jail because of being autistic. Fair or not, we cannot go into those details, but looking at what he did at this age, he was such a genius on his own. So that's about this famous VTech hacking today. Let us know what you think about this hacker and VTech. Have you ever been in any data breach situation? Let us know in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, please do like it. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel and help us grow. We are trying to bring more amazing business stories to you. Also, let us know what other business stories you would like to see. With that said, I shall catch you in the next one. Thank you and have a nice day.